this is so optional, but if you would like to change the colors and the fonts and the branding of the spreadsheet to match your own, you can totally do that. So for example, this logo here, you can delete the one that's there. You can insert image, and you're gonna go over cells, and then you'll select which file you want to upload. And then you can resize it and move it around so that it fits in the space like that. Now for fonts, we're a little bit limited in that you only have access to what is in the Google Fonts library, which is pretty extensive, but it doesn't have everything. So, you know, if you'd worked with a graphic designer and they'd used like a custom or a paid font, that most likely won't be available. So you'll just have to find something that's pretty close in that case. You can always preview the fonts at fonts.google.com to see their full library of what they have. And then you can type something in here too, like you can type your brand name to see what it will look like in the various different fonts that it has available. If you're looking for something that's close to your custom or paid font that they don't have available in Google Fonts, I usually just Google it and be like, closest font to, and that'll get me something that's usually decently pretty close. But once you've got a row highlighted, or if you want to highlight all the text, you can use Command if you're on a Mac, or Control if you're on a non-Mac computer. So one of those, either Command or Control and A to select everything. Now you'll see that only selected a section, but if I do it a second time, now it'll select everything on my screen. So if I wanted to change all the font to something else, these are all my options here. This is everything that is in the Google Fonts library. So let's say I wanted to change absolutely everything to this font. That's how I would do it. And then I'm like, actually, I want to change these headers to something different. So you could select, let's see, something really different like that. Nice and easy. For color options, you can change the fill color. So that's the background color behind the text in these cells using the little paint bucket icon up here. So they have some presets, or you can choose a custom color by hitting this plus sign here. And then it's got, you can move the slider around. If you know what the hex code is for the color, if you had worked with like a designer or a brand strategist and they had given you these colors, you could select them here. And then when you're done, hit OK, and that'll apply the color to the background. And if you want to change the color of the font, you'll click on the A next to the paint can, and that's where you can do it. So again, you can select from their preset colors, or you can go and grab a custom one. Say you want it to be like a dark sort of gray color. Say that might not work well with that background. It's a little bit hard to read, but anyways, that demonstrates how it works. And that's it. It's pretty easy to do. It can be a little bit time consuming to go through and update the whole system. I don't yet have a way of setting colors all at once, like on the settings and rules page, at least not yet. Maybe I'll work on that in a future version of the sheet.